Breaking news. Raiders make major move at linebacker. This just in, the Las Vegas Raiders are making bold moves, and today's signing could shake up the entire defense. The Silver and Black aren't waiting for the season to start making noise. They've just signed linebacker Germaine Pratt to a one-year deal worth up to $4.7 million. That's a big signal. The Raiders are getting serious. But what does this move really mean for the team? Why did they choose this player? And what's going on behind the scenes in Vegas? Before we break it all down and get into the details of this signing, do us a quick favor. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss breaking Raiders news. Now let's dive into the latest update out of Las Vegas. The Raiders' decision to bring in Germaine Pratt says a lot. Not just about him, but about the current state of the linebacker group. For months, fans and analysts have questioned whether this defense had enough strength in the middle. Signing Pratt and making him the highest-paid linebacker on the team answers that question loud and clear. Let's look at the numbers. The deal is for $4.25 million, with another $500,000 in potential bonuses, totaling up to $4.7 million. To compare, Eland and Roberts got $3 million, Devin White got $1.2 million. So what does that tell us? The Raiders believe Germaine Pratt is their top guy, and when a team pays you like that, they expect you to lead, on and off the field. This move also shows that the front office isn't just sitting back. They're looking at every position with a critical eye. If there's a chance to get better, they're going to take it. That's what good teams do. And right now, the message from Las Vegas is loud. They're aiming to build a defense that can win games. But we're not done yet. This signing could also change the future for other linebackers on the roster. We'll talk more about how it affects those players and who might be next on the chopping block in just a moment. The Raiders didn't just make a move, they made a statement. With plenty of salary cap space in hand, Las Vegas had the power to strike, and they chose their moment wisely. Before Germaine Pratt's signing, the team had around $36.8 million in cap space. Now, subtract that $4.7 million deal, and it's clear. The Raiders are spending smart, not desperate. Despite outside reports saying the team was done making additions, Las Vegas had other plans. Some insiders believed no more signings were on the horizon. But the truth? The Raiders' front office was still evaluating, still watching, and clearly still ready to improve the roster. That's what separates a team that's waiting from a team that's building. This move proves something important. Don't believe every rumor. The Raiders aren't broadcasting their plans to the world. They're making quiet moves that shake up the roster. And this one? It might be one of their most important this offseason. Why? Because Germaine Pratt isn't just depth. He's not a backup. He's a starter. Plain and simple. The money confirms it, and so does his reputation. But even more than that, Pratt fits the Raiders' culture perfectly. This is a team that values leadership. A team that looks beyond raw stats and focuses on character. Pratt was a team captain in 2024, and that's not just a title, it's a sign of how he's viewed in the locker room. The Raiders' draft picks this year reflect the same thinking. Out of 11 players they selected, 9 were team captains in college. That tells you everything you need to know about what kind of identity this team is building. They want toughness. They want leaders. They want players who play for the team, not just for themselves, and that's exactly what they just got in Germaine Pratt. The Las Vegas Raiders have made it crystal clear. They're targeting players who lead by example. You can see it in the draft, you can see it in their free agent moves, and you can definitely see it in their newest addition, Germaine Pratt. Out of the 11 players drafted by this new regime, 9 of them were college team captains. That's no coincidence. The Raiders are building a locker room full of leaders, not just athletes. And now they've added another leader with real experience and production. Pratt is coming off the best season of his career, posting 143 tackles, the most he's ever had. That's not just a good number. That's a signal that this guy flies to the ball, reads plays fast, and makes an impact every single week. But it's not just about tackling. One of the Raiders' biggest weaknesses on defense has been pass coverage from the linebacker position. That's an area where the team has struggled to find someone who can truly handle tight ends and running backs in space. Until now. While other linebackers on the roster bring toughness, most have limitations in coverage. Elandon Roberts is a thumper, but not built to cover. Devin White brings speed, but even he hasn't shown consistency against the pass. Germaine Pratt changes that. He's not just another run stopper. He brings balance, and that's what makes this signing so important. A few years ago, Pratt posted an elite coverage grade showing he could match up and make plays in space. Last season, he wasn't perfect, but context matters. The defense around him in Cincinnati struggled heavily, and it affected everyone's performance. Even if his recent coverage grade dropped, the overall picture shows he's still a major upgrade. His instincts, experience, and leadership set him apart from the other linebackers currently on the roster. And here's something else worth noting. The Raiders always look for connections. Whether it's a shared college background or character alignment, they want guys who fit the locker room. While Pratt might not have a direct link to the coaching staff, he does have ties to current players like Jacoby Myers and A.J. Cole from their college days. That might seem like a small thing, but in a sport like football, where chemistry and culture matter just as much as stats, these little connections help build a strong, united team. Bottom line? Germaine Pratt isn't just filling a spot, he's raising the standard. When the Raiders made the decision to sign Germaine Pratt, it wasn't just about filling a spot on defense, it was a calculated, strategic move that reflects how this organization is finally thinking smart. This front office, led by Pete Carroll and John Spytek, is laying the foundation for a new era of Raiders football. And what we're seeing now is a front office that actually plans ahead, seeks leadership, and listens to the pulse of the locker room. Take a look at A.J. Cole. The Raiders didn't just reward him with a record-breaking deal for a punter, they tied his future to theirs. Pete Carroll has 3 years with a 4th-year option. Spytek has 5 years. And A.J. Cole signed through the same stretch. That kind of alignment shows trust. It shows belief in the people inside the building. You better believe that when it came time to make a move on Germaine Pratt, the leadership likely had conversations with guys like Jacoby Myers and A.J. Cole, teammates from college who know the man behind the helmet. And what they probably heard back was exactly what the Raiders were looking for. A guy who plays hard, leads quietly, and shows up every week ready to work. And here's what makes this even better. The energy around this team has shifted. You can feel it. From the intensity on the practice field during minicamp to the confidence radiating from the coaching staff, this version of the Raiders is different. Coaches are out there bringing the fire, players are locked in, and now the front office is backing it all up with moves that actually make football sense. Let's be real. Germaine Pratt makes this team better. No fluff, no hype, just facts. If someone disagrees with that, they probably haven't been watching the Raiders' defense closely. This is a team that has needed reliability, leadership, and better coverage in the middle of the field. Pratt brings all of that, and more. If you were to grade him like a Madden player, you're not talking about a 95 overall superstar, but you are getting a rock-solid 80-plus player who brings both production and professionalism. He's physical, he's dependable, and he's clearly better in coverage than most of the other linebackers on the roster. Take a look at his numbers. Sure, a 94.6 quarterback rating allowed might not sound elite, but given the volume and the matchups he's handled, it's respectable. 2 touchdowns allowed across an entire season, under 500 yards given up. Those are the kinds of stats that tell you this guy holds his ground. And when you stack him up against guys like Devin White or Elandon Roberts, especially in coverage, Pratt stands above them. This wasn't just a good signing. It was the right move at the right time. And the Raiders are finally acting like a team ready to rise. When you look at what Germaine Pratt brings to the Las Vegas Raiders, you begin to realize something. This isn't just a good player. This is a defensive cornerstone in the making. While young linebackers like Amari Gaynor, Tommy Eichenberg, and Cody Lindenberg carry potential, they're still untested. Maybe one of them breaks out. But right now, Pratt stands on a different level. He's not just experienced, he's adaptable, dependable, and seasoned in a way this linebacker corps desperately needed. Think back to his days in Cincinnati under defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, a scheme that demanded linebackers who could do more than one thing. Pratt rose to that challenge, and now, under Patrick Graham, he'll face a similar expectation: play smart, play physical, and play multiple roles. What this move really does is unlock the true potential of the Raiders' linebacker unit. No longer does Devin White have to be everything at once.